A funny love story. The Man and the Mouse. Once upon a time, there was a man named Bob who lived alone in a tiny apartment, except for one uninvited but persistent roommate, mischievous mouse named Marvin. Bob, a hopeless romantic, spent his evenings watching romantic comedies and dreaming of finding true love, while Marvin spent his nights raiding Bob's cheese stash and leaving tiny footprints on the kitchen counter. The unexpected meeting one stormy night, as Bob set out a plate of cheese for dinner, he heard a faint squeak behind him. Turning around, he saw Marvin standing on his hind legs, holding a crumb like a bouquet of flowers. Bob, instead of shooing Marvin away, burst out laughing at the mouse's boldness. The cheese courtship, Bob decided to make peace with Marvin and left out a tiny plate of cheese every night. Marvin, in return, would borrow Bob's socks and return them neatly folded as a thank you gift. Soon, Bob and Marvin developed a nightly routine: dinner, a movie, and a game of hide and seek. The great date night. One evening, Bob set up a tiny table next to his own and invited Marvin for a proper dinner. They shared a candlelit meal of cheese and crackers, Marvin's favorite, and Bob told stories of his failed dates, while Marvin squeaked in sympathy. The twist. Bob's neighbor, Miss Jenkins, noticed the laughter and squeaking coming from Bob's apartment and decided to investigate. When she saw Bob and Marvin enjoying their date, she laughed so hard she invited them both to her weekly book club. Happily ever after. From that day on, Bob, Marvin, and Miss Jenkins became the talk of the building, known for their unusual but heartwarming friendship. Bob never found a human soulmate, but he realized that love comes in all shapes and size 7 with a mouse who folds your socks. And so, the man and the mouse lived happily ever after, proving that sometimes the best love stories are the ones you never expected.